Hi Buffett, I'm back another day, another video Buffett. This is your boy Tembile Buffett. This is Azanian politics Buffett. So Floyd has opened his own political party or his own stokvel or whatever it is. But he's calling it a movement. It's a movement. Because people are telling him, bruh, we have too many political parties. If you are a revolutionary, if you are a Pan-Africanist, this thing of you, all of you opening or your own political parties is dividing our message, divides our votes as black voters. But comes on with a twist things. We're forming a movement, we're not forming hey Baba, this is a political party, this is your own Stokvel, just like Julia Stokvel, Jacob Zuma's Stokvel. The NC is a movement, the NC. Although it's a rotten movement, obviously, but it's a movement, the NC. At least they choose leaders. But this here, Floyd in this political party of his or the movement or whatever it is, he'll be president until eternity. I'm telling you the honest truth, man. He'll be president till just like Julius, just like Abu Hemen, and he's even making an example of Abu Hemen and everyone else. That look at that political party. There's no elections. There's no what. So why are you questioning us? Hey, Baba, you said you're creating something new. So we need something new in terms of doing things. But guys, look, check the video for yourself.
Thank you so much. And straight into it, we have Floyd Shivambu in studio with us. And with the 2026 local government elections fast approaching, this also brings with it the emergence of new political parties, including, of course, the Africa Maibuye movement. And the party was recently launched by former EFF Deputy President and former Umkhonto weSizwe Party Secretary General Floyd Shivambu after a nationwide consultation process. Now, the Africa Maibuye movement says that among its sole functions and roles, it seeks, upon attaining power, to exercise political authority with the utmost responsibility in order to harness state capabilities for profound socio-economic renewal, thereby ensuring that every South African reaps the reward. The president of Africa Maibuye movement, Floyd Shivambu, joins us in studio. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Sakina, and morning to the viewers of Morning Live. It has been a long time.
It's been a minute since I've seen you in person.
Yes.
And I'm glad you're here. It's a time to catch up as well, because it's one thing reading about things, it's another having a conversation face-to-face about it.
That we must talk, yes.
Indeed. So, looking at the current political setup, the IEC has over 600, I think 609 parties registered currently. Of course, they're in the process of deregistering some, so that number may change. But looking at that situation and where we find ourselves as a nation, is there space for another political party?
That is the exact question that I asked those that came in June 2025. So after the Umkhonto weSizwe had said that I must go to Parliament, or must go back to Parliament as a member of Parliament representing Umkhonto weSizwe, a significant number of leaders of traditional councils, of kingdoms, of religious institutions, and a lot of people that we were interacting with when we were leading in the EFF and MK, they came to say that, why don't you start a political party? Then I said that I think that there are so many political parties that are existing, but let us perhaps go and listen to the people as to whether we should form a political party. That could be a better approach in terms of how we approach the whole question. And then, of course, we then announced on the 19th of June a process that said that we're going to listen to different constituencies in South Africa on whether there must be a formation of a political party. And an overwhelming majority of the people that we interacted with said we must not form a party. They said we should form a movement instead, because there are so many political parties. They say that we must form a political movement, which as part of the movement, there must be a political party, because if you just form a political party, you're just going to focus on electoral politics and campaigning, and you will treat our people as voters, not as human beings, not as people. So we then have agreed to found a movement which has got different components, and as part of those components is a political party which is called as well Africa Maibuye movement, in the manner that it is. So a movement is differentiated from a political party in that it has got many other components. Already as part of that movement, we've got a union of workers that mostly work in the EPWP sector and community workers called Manda Ashu Workers Union of South Africa. We've got a group of healthcare professionals who already are organizing themselves as Maibuya medics, who say that they want to form part of the movement. And they're actually part of the movement. They've been rolling out primary healthcare activities and health screening in different communities pro bono. Same, we've got a group of lawyers who are saying they want to form and found actually organizing themselves as a Maibuya Law Clinic, which will offer pro bono or free legal advice and interventions to communities and people who do not have that. But also there's so many other political parties and formations who came in the consultation process to say that please come and lead our party. I know there was a Christian party, there was a party called the African Renaissance Unity. There's a variety of other organizations as well, representing different constituencies, which said that we should come and lead their different parties. But in the ultimate conclusion of the consultation process was to constitute Africa Maibuya Movement, which has got a registered political party which will contest elections. And we emphasize the centrality of it being a movement because our obsession will not just be electoral politics and participation in elections. It will be about what do we do now? What are the interventions that we can make now? If there's a water crisis in Mahonezi village, what do we do now?
So what are you doing now?
So like, I'll give you the practical example that when we went in one of the first consultations in Mahonezi, the request was that there's new extensions of the village which do not have water and that we must put boreholes. And we're able to put some few resources, and the process of installing boreholes is happening now. When we went to the Eastern Cape, we were able to intervene as well with the request of Ukumkani Skau of Amakosa, who said that the community said that they need an irrigation scheme that needs a borehole water. We said, we're going to intervene now. And then there was a concern that was raised about gender-based violence in the Tembisilahani municipality in Kangala district of Mpumalanga. And we're able to assemble those who deal with issues of gender-based violence to conduct a workshop under Maibuya process. But also there's multiple interventions that have been made in several informal settlements by Maibuya medics, and a variety of interventions that we deal with now. And that is the nature and character of Africa Maibuya movement, that when members and activists of Maibuya get to interact with communities, they must not say, we're going to resolve your problems only when we get to power. They must deal with the issues immediately. And that comes relevantly from how the Black People's Convention of President Winfred Khwari under the Black Consciousness Movement was organized as well, that it was not just a political party that is saying that we're going to win elections and only respond to your needs when we're in power. So the Black People's Convention, which was launched in 1972, also adopted something called Black Community Programs, which were practical programs to respond to the immediate interests and aspirations and frustrations as well of the people. Actually, like if you go to King William's Town, there is still some healthcare programs which were initiated by the Black Consciousness Movement as part of the immediate programs that must respond to the aspirations of the people. So that is the character of the movement, and of course, it will participate in elections. It will, of course, be a champion for youth development, for people with disability, for women. It will be an internationalist, Pan-Africanist movement in the manner that is designed, yes.
In terms of the broader Pan-Africanist movement,
yes.
Do you not believe that introducing a new party further weakens, you know, the...
You saw the video, you saw the man talking, Buffett. You saw what he said for yourself, Buffett. Tell me, what do you think? Comment down below. Do you think it's making sense or just waffling? Please subscribe, Buffett. Let's grow the channel. Let's grow the page, Buffett. This is Azanian Politics. It's your boy, Sim. See you in the next video.